Hey guys, this is Aaron. I want to take a look at a couple features in SketchUp. This is standard tools that you have in SketchUp and some ways to use them that people may not know about. So I'll look at a couple things that you have available to you that you may not even know you can do. And these are things like text. So there's a couple different commands, 3D text, dimensions, that I want to take a look at and show you some ways to use them that you may not even know you can do. So without further ado, let's hop right in and take a look. All right, so up here in my toolbar, I have the tools in question right across here. First one, of course, is the standard text tool. We also have dimensions. Of course, there's a big difference between text dimensions, but there's a lot of things that are similar between the two of them. So we're going to look at how those work. I'm briefly going to touch on the 3D text tool just to point out, one or two things about it. I also have the icon up here for the Show Font panel. This is not actually a tool. It is a shortcut you can turn on, especially in a custom toolbar like this, and clicking that, of course, is just going to bring up that fonts window. So I did want to point it out because some people see this and expect that to be a text tool of some sort. It's not. It is just the shortcut to the font panel. All right, so working backwards through here, 3D text tool, I'm just going to show you this mostly, whoa, got a little heavy with that shift key. 3D text, I'm not going to dive deeply in here. The one thing I want to point out is when I put text into a model, this becomes geometry. This is no longer text. When we talk about the text tool, we are talking about the other tool. This is actually a way to create some 3D geometry. It's not editable. It is, at this point, just geometry. There are extensions out there that will let you come through and modify 3D text once it's created, but the standard text tool is just a shortcut to create this 3D geometry and then dump it in your model in a group. So just for clarification, when we talk about text tool, we're not talking about this 3D text. All right, now that that's clear, let's talk about the text tool that we are talking about. All right. Right here. So standard usage here is to click on something, move your mouse off to the side, and click again. Once that happens, auto text will show up depending on the thing you clicked on. And then, of course, you can edit, you can replace or add to that text. Once you're done typing, you click outside and it stays there. That then stays inside 3D space. I can spin around. It's always facing me. Pretty simple. Something you might not know about 3D text, or the text tool, is as you zoom in, it disappears. I kind of was playing around with this and I got surprised there. What happens is, watch the edge right here. You can see as soon as this line goes off the screen, it disappears. So in order to see this text, you do have to keep the entire leader line on the screen. As soon as it goes off screen, it disappears. So if I really want to get in here tight on Stacy and keep this text, I have to keep that leader line on the screen. As soon as it goes off, it disappears. So you may not have seen that, you may not know that about text, but this leader line has to be completely visible in order for this text to stay on screen. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab our text tool and I'm going to place some text onto these brick pieces here. So there's three different things I can attach text to, a point, a line, or a surface. So I'm going to do each of them. The default information I get when I place it is going to change. If I click a point and drag text away, it's going to give me the location relative to the origin of that point. So we're just going to say this is a point, and I'm going to click outside to leave it. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to find the midpoint of this line. So I'm clicking on a line. When I click and drag that away, it gives me the length of the line. This is a 6 foot tall line, so it's actually telling me 6 foot. So I'm going to say this is a line. And then a surface. As you might guess, that actually tells me the square footage or square measurement. In this case, I do have feet set as my default measurement for surfaces. It's going to tell me what that is. And this is a face. All right, so that's pretty cool. The default information is nice, but that shows how that works. The thing I want to show you right here that you might not know about is as geometry changes, text changes appropriately. So if I move this up vertically, look what happens. Those points, or those texts that are on the different sections move according to where I put that face, or how I stretch out that geometry. This one right here, so a point, let's move a point too. So if I grab this line right here and I move that around, point text is pretty simple because it always just holds on to the point. It stays there. Lines and faces though stay connected relative to where they're at. So I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna take off my face text and my point text and just look at the line text, like one thing. I put that in the middle, remember? So if I go from here up to the midpoint, that's where that text is, 3 feet up. So when I grab this geometry right here and I move that up, that moves up also. So I'm going to move it up another 6 feet. So it's 12 feet tall. So that means if I come up 6 foot now, whoops, to the middle, 6 foot, that's where it is. So it stays relative proportionately on the thing that it is labeling. I'm going to go ahead and bring those back, because the other thing I want to look at is the ability to change this information. So if I come up to my window and I hit Model Info, I get this, one of the options in here is text. If I click on that, I have screen text, leader text, and leader line. So this is actually what SketchUp calls leader text. That's these pieces right here. If I pick on one of these, I can actually come in here and I can do things like, let's say, change the color. So I may want to come in here with my crayons and I want to make this selected text red. I can do that by changing that and then update selected text. This is now going to be red. I'll make this one blue, same thing, or no, I'll change the font. Click the font, I want to make that real big. Select the text, hit enter, and then when I hit update selected text, it changes that to a bigger font, and I still had it set as red. So this is nice because you can actually change individual text by selecting it and hitting Model Info and changing the text. I also have the option of selecting all leader text, and then I could make it all the same by hitting update text. There's also this thing called screen text. A lot of people don't even know that this is a thing. With the exact same tool, with my standard text tool, if I click a point and just start typing, and then click away, I have created what's called screen text. This is as if I just kind of took a Sharpie and drew on the screen. This is going to stay exactly the same spot inside the model info, or inside the model window. So as I zoom in, zoom out, it just stays in that same spot. This has its own properties right up here where I could say, okay, I want to select all my screen text and change that maybe to a green color, because it makes a lot of sense. So now it's green. So all of that can be edited using the model info. And it's not immediately obvious. I don't go to the entity info for this because these things really aren't entities. They're kind of just information I throw into the model. Another thing that I just throw in the model like this, similarly, are dimensions. So with dimensions, just to show this real quick, there's a couple ways I can do dimensions. One, of course, is point to point. I click a point, I click another point, and I pull a dimension out. Pretty easy. Another is to click on a line one time, click release, and I'm dragging a dimension out, and I can place that. As I move items then, so if I was to grab this line, stretch it out, because I'm connected to that point, it's going to update as I move. I grab all this, scoot it over, see that dimension changing there too. Dimensions are similar to text in that they're not really things, they're not entities. They're just kind of artifacts that help you model. They are likewise controlled in the model info window. In here, if I go to dimensions, same thing, I could select one of these and I could go change my font and then update, and it'll give me that bigger font. I can do select all, I can change my leader lines, I can make a bunch of changes like that and apply those changes using the model info window. So some people don't know about that. That's a nice option to have as well. I was saying they're not regular, these are all not regular entities. One of the big things that people get hung up on is this information and layout, of course. Layout's actually intended to take your drawing and overlay a much nicer, complete solution for things like dimensions and text than what I have inside of SketchUp. Generally speaking, we encourage people to use this screen text as a way to maybe add information to your model as you're working on it. It's not really intended to have all the fine tuning that I can do as I can inside a layout. Layout gives me the ability to make much cleaner, much nicer dimension lines, dimension strings, much better text. I can put symbols, I can change my fonts, I can save that. Much easier way to put much nicer looking dimensions on is layout. This is really made to work inside of SketchUp. So if I want to add some details for myself so I remember that this is a line and not a face, I could do that. Because sometimes I forget these things. The idea here is really to add data inside on top of SketchUp while I'm working in SketchUp. And these tools hopefully can help you change how that information is shown. So I hope that helped. Like I said, they're good tools to have. They're tools that are nice to add that information, but a lot of people don't know how they're used. I myself had kind of forgotten about screen text. I knew it was a thing, but I hadn't added it in so long, I had to be reminded that that is a thing and that's how you do it. So hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully this is something you needed. If so, let me know down below. If not, if you used all time, let me know that too. If you've got another idea using text or any of the tools, leave me a comment down below. While you're there, go ahead, subscribe, maybe give us a like so we know we're doing something good. We like making these videos, but we like them a lot more if they're helping you with something you want to do. Thank you.